Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and Innistrad Remastered? Like, what are you even talking about? What is that? You can remaster these nuts. It's Aetherdrift season. Everybody forget about Innistrad Remastered, which I think isn't even out yet. We're definitely not jumping aboard the Aetherdrift hype train because Innistrad Remastered is being very poorly received lately. The pre-order numbers are crap, the values are crap, everything's garbage. Literally doesn't even come out for 10 days, but nobody gives a crap. So honk honk, pull up to the drag strip. We're going to Aetherdrift, where we're going to help those poor devastated people of Amonkhet by racing at high speeds through their shitty realm. Let's just jump in with here's some things you can expect. A 1313 vehicle with crew 2 that costs 1 mana to cast. That right there. That sentence. $50 off their stock price. Okay, I'm telling you. I'm no financial analyst, and that's not financial advice, but that can't be good for the game. I'm sure there's other things written on it, but that is some bullshit. I suspect that whatever cruise it has to be legendary. Well, even that. I don't know, man. But you have to sack like 7 artifacts or something to even like cast it. Okay, next up, mechanic called Start Your Engines. Okay, I already kind of hate the name, but like, what might that be? It's got to be self-driving, which was the joke ever since, boy, when did they first do that? Was it Kaladesh? The problem is all people had to do was blow up everything that can crew a vehicle, and you've got yourself a parking lot worth of impounded crap that can't do anything, and the only cards anybody played were like the enchantments or the recurring ways that you could crew a vehicle other than the pilots. So Start Your Engines, I almost feel like it's a ley line effect where you would, like if you start with this vehicle in your opening hand, you can start with it in play. That'll let you jump ahead. I mean, with how fast they made the format, that's the only way anybody is playing vehicles. That's for damn sure. But it might be like, oh, this creature gets -1 till end of turn, but you don't need to crew it. Next up, he's got a typo maybe. It says 3 Planeswalker, native to one of the worlds visited, and 1 non-native gets a desparked legendary creature version. Now, people were going nuts on social media where they're like, well, to compare this, what about this? We've already seen this, and this art appears to be this. So then logically, that would mean this, and +1 and -1, and y'all put in way too much effort. Let me make this way simpler, okay? I tried a new method called not giving a shit. Way easier, way less time and mental energy. I highly suggest it. Next up, we got a cycle of vanilla legendary creatures. That's right. So if you're not familiar, because they never print them anymore, a vanilla creature is like a 2/2 for 2. Or I guess it could be a 2/2 for 3, technically, because back in the day they would print stuff like that all the time. But it means nothing on it. No keywords, no abilities, nothing. Now, it could be a 5/5 for 2, and that would still be considered vanilla. Also, kind of supports my theory of the whole legendary can crew that vehicle, but we'll see. That would still be OP, but it's an idea. Next up, we got cat and dog mounts. I'm listening. I don't think they're going to win the race, but I'm into it. Next up, an old god returns and new gods are introduced. Hey! If they reprint the Scarab God, I am going to put my entire fist followed by my shoulder, my head, and my whole body through my monitor. We're going David Blaine on this shit if they bring that asshole back. Because canonically, isn't he dead? Let me think. Oh, I don't remember. I think he's not. Whatever. Being dead in the Magic universe, you're almost more likely to be alive in the next set than you are to be dead. It don't mean shit. Here's one for you. Brace yourself. A new Lotus. They did the Jeweled Lotus. That went over really well. They did the Lotus Ring. I can't wait to see how much mana this generates, how quickly it gets banned. Well, we know when it'll get banned. They only ban stuff once a year in Standard, except for the last one that they banned. Then we've got a cycle of multicolored Gear Hulks. That's right, Gear Hulks are back, but multicolored, which will make them a little bit less playable. It'll take up room in the rare slot or mythic slot, I would assume. That is not as draftable, so I'm all for that. I think that just without even seeing cards from this set, this is going to be the least draftable set we've seen lately, which is okay because Foundations is good as long as you're not drafting it on Arena with Quick Draft, because my God, that promise to give the AIs personalities and randomize them wasn't so much of a promise, it turns out. Next up, he says, numerous mechanics from the worlds visited get cameos. Okay, we're just running out of ideas now. I could have told you that without even looking at it. And then a new vehicle artifact token. Great. Next up, we got the rules text that will be showing up on some cards. This creature's saddles, mounts, and cruise vehicles using its toughness rather than its power. Oh boy, I hope it's Wally the Wall. Don't act like you wouldn't play it. Then we've got, whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2 cards, also known as complete and utter toxic ass cancer. The fact that mill is even a function in here makes me just want to throw up. Other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1. Just kill me. The only thing worse than vehicles is dinosaurs, and they did them in rapid succession. My god. Okay, whenever a player casts a spell they don't own. Me. I feel like I need to take a smoke break halfway through this, and I don't even smoke. Then we've got tap, add red mana for each goblin you control, because of course we're going to have Goblin Rush. Obviously the goblins are going to be crewing vehicles, except they're not. They're just going to drop in with impact tremors and then rush you and screw the vehicles. But they didn't think of that because 30% of their staff has just been fired, so they let's be honest, didn't play test this at all. During turns other than yours, this vehicle is an artifact creature. Oh, okay, so it can block. That wouldn't really be start your engines, I don't think. That'd be like idle your engines. Maybe that's another mechanic. Oh, I got it. Start your engines will be, once this is crewed one time, it stays running. Or like, well, not, you know, you guys know what I mean. Like it's crewed forever. It permanently becomes a creature. Hey guys, what mechanics do you think are coming back from the other planes? I wonder. Anyway, whenever you activate an exhaust ability, draw a card. Exhaust was interesting because it was risk versus reward, but when everybody wins on turn 4 or 5 right now, or drags it out through some, you know, control hell, which has been the whole last year of Magic in standard constructed, the last thing you need is just, a throwaway creature. I'm only going one more turn anyway. Now it's a 5/5 instead of a 3/3. Exhausted. I don't care. We've literally got the exhaust dinosaur, the 6/6 for 3, where if you don't control another dinosaur, it can only attack and untap every other turn. Yeah, very popular and expensive card still. So next up, we've got put any number of permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. It better say and then immediately sacrifice them all and think about what you've done, because you're a terrible person. The only thing worse than free casting is free casting in bulk. When you think there's nowhere left for them to power ramp these cards into, they're like, hold my beer. I just dodged a 30% culling of the staff because Hadro doesn't have their shit together. I just don't give a shit anymore. Free cast your entire hand. Why not? F you. Now that could be the second half of a spell that says like, well, I guess, no, it couldn't be X. I was going to say, like, sacrifice X and then half of X. It's any number. So the number, that's your whole hand, but what would be before that? It's even capital P, and he sometimes does ... lowercase, so that we know it's the second half of something, and that's not how it's written this time. I don't know, man. I'm worried about that, but he likes to troll people, so whatever. He gets off on people like getting really alarmed about like shit that sounds like it's going to wreck the game, and then only about 1/3 of it completely and utterly wrecks the game, and the rest he's just like, haha, you thought I was really going to do this, but there's this really impossible condition attached to it. It's not even a played card. Funny troll, Mark. We all think you're so delightfully silly and fun. Seriously, when are you retiring? Next up, whenever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attacked this combat, comma, and then something. Jeez. Creatures you control have base power and toughness 6/6 and are oozes in addition to their other types. If it's not called Everything Must Melt, I'm going to be mad. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference, you know, given my channel name, just saying. Little hint. And then here are some creature type lines from the set. And based on the setup, literally nothing will surprise me. We've got creatures, Seal Pirate, Lizard Berserker, we already have that, I think, Insect Archer, Core Pilot, Robot Turtle, all right, Ape Druid, Return to Monkey, hell yeah, I support that, Zombie Cat Knight, Vidalcan Ranger, Dinosaur Dragon Mount, Aetherborn Rogue, and finally here are some... Oh, it's a legendary creature, Aetherborn Rogue. I wonder who that is, huh? Okay, here are some names in the set. Adrenaline Jockey, Flood the Engine, Gas Guzzler, Maximum Overdrive, one of the better tracks on Dance Dance Revolution, Pedal to the Metal, Road Rage, Roadside Assistance, which I assume comes with a coupon on the back, the Speed Demon. They had to throw in a dad joke, didn't they? You know it's going to be a demon type card. Come on. Spin Out. I hope it's just if your opponent is playing vehicles, laugh at them and it's a 0-cost spell. Because they ain't going to win with vehicles. And then Siphon Fuel. I do wonder if there's an alternate currency, like they're bringing energy back and just kind of hiding it, and you can use energy to crew the vehicles. Because creatures crewing vehicles doesn't work. It's too slow. It was too slow back then. It's 10 times too slow in the hyper-powerful 3-year card pool meta, and it's dead on arrival, and they knew that. So, yeah. They're saying Tuesday, January 21st, we're going to see Aetherdrift's debut, even though they've already debuted it like 4 times. We got some art. The first 3 chapters of the story are out. Somehow it's already leaked who wins. Yeah. But, get excited. I'm excited to see the amount of damage that this does to Standard and see if it finally is the end for Arena. I think it will be. Just based on what we're hearing here, I'm very, very, very concerned. It's a shame right after Foundations was honestly, not even kidding, probably the best set I've ever seen. You guys might recall, I thought Origins was pretty darn solid with a couple exceptions. And the core sets tend to just be really good, like old school medium power Magic with like classic effects, not trying anything too brave or new. It's just nice. It's just fun and comfortable to play and fantastic to draft. And then they bring in some whack-ass shit like this and just completely ruin the format. As if Standard wasn't already ruined, and if anybody still played it. We all know they don't. So, wow, this one's concerning. Well, let me know what you still play, what formats you guys play. A lot of Commander folks on this channel, but not as many as dedicated Commander channels, so I'm actually wondering. A lot of you guys just don't play at all. You just play casual, you play anything goes, you play It Used to Be Legal and Standard, my personal favorite format. Let me know down in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.